Hello everyone, welcome to a new modern video. Let's try this project of playing all of the best modern decks ranked from Frank Harston according to the stats, the official stats of the 2 weekends ago metagame, modern metagame. There were many regional championships throughout the world, in Europe, in North America, in Canada, which I guess is North America, in North America and everywhere else. And this was the metagame, but we are not gonna do metagame wise. We're gonna do win rate wise, and we're gonna start with Boros Energy. So yeah, you can see how we're gonna play all of that here because this was the yeah, just Boros Energy was the best performing deck out of the 2 weekends ago metagame, which obviously metagame change in modern is very adaptable. I mean, if you can remember, Boros Energy was a 44 win percentage deck at the PT just a month ago. So things definitely change. And Izzet Belcher, sorry, Tameshi Belcher was, you know, the winner deck, one of the most popular decks, and went very much down in popularity. But yeah, so this is what we're gonna do. So let's start with this. Boros Energy, nothing new. This deck has been around ever since MH3 came out. A bunch of changes happened. Empty Raptor got banned, the One Ring got banned, but the deck basically remained the same, except for this innovation that Daniel Toledo brought to Antwerp, Belgium, where he won the original championship in Antwerp, going undefeated with Mana Tithe, 2 copies of Mana Tithe, and the deck lists were opened. It was open decklist event. So it wasn't, oh no, he played Mana Tithe because he won with Mana Tithe because he got people. No, people knew he was playing Mana Tithe. He just played Mana Tithe because he thought it was a good card. Just playing one reprieve in the sideboard, so very much thought that these like stack interaction was something that Boros missed. Um, one Blood main, one Voice of Victory main. Everything else is kind of the usual. One thing that it's not here is the main deck mountain. That's another thing that I remember just used to be very stock in Boros, and it's not there. Um, I guess Harbinger of the Seas doesn't see any play anymore. That card used to be popular at some point in modern history, but now nowhere to be seen. Coach Lobby, thank you for the sub. Welcome everyone. Let's see if I can fit all my cards. Now, lots of one-offs in the sideboard. I was doing commentary of the regional championship Antwerp. It was a great event, and I was able to, commentate on the full foil old border deck of Daniel Toledo. Onslaught foil fetches, not something you often see. So that was cool to see. There were 3 talents in the top 8, but at the end of the day, one Spanish player won. Okay, let's go. Hand is very good, of course, but we're on the draw, so anything can happen. Let's see, what are we facing? Shivan Reef. This usually means Affinity. Affinity with a slow start. Interesting. I'm thinking already here because Ragavan gets stopped by like Memnite and such. Although my opponent didn't play anything on turn 1, makes me think they don't have something to do with it to block it on turn 2 maybe. They can also just go crazy with a Kappa Cannoneer as well. I think I don't want to overthink it and just go turn 1 Ragavan. Buongiorno everyone. Well, could have had Galvanic Discharge. Sorry, Galvanic Blast. They do have Memnite. Wild. Alright, we definitely want to trade. 100%. My opponent kept 7 and just didn't really have a hand to justify keeping 7. I'm just gonna pass here, and this is the perfect spot for Mana Tithe. Either we counter a spell or we surveil. This is a Kappa Cannoneer, I fear. I think my opponent was very close to play Kappa Cannoneer, was like one card short of playing Kappa Cannoneer, so they kept. And they just needed something like a land or a 0 to play Kappa Cannoneer on turn 2, and they bricked. They just drew Shadow Spear, so they just did that. So that's why my opponent. All right, let's take a screenshot already. Let's stay. It's pretty cool that this is game 1 as well. But yeah, we already get our opponent here. Do I get planes? For double red for Season Pyro. I think it's fine. Planes, yeah. Yeah, very much fun at the Eternal Weekend. Your return last night. And this is the perfect spot for Season Pyro. Lots of people, my very good friend loves Fable of the Mirror Breaker instead. I really like Season Pyro because it lets you do 3 energy with just one single card and immediately getting you to 3 energy for the Guide of Souls. And I think like even if my opponent resolved Kappa Cannoneer here, and I guess they had Shadow Spear, so I would have lost. So yeah, Mana Tithe definitely won this game. Buongiorno, Pivo. It's a good night for you? Yeah, because you're on the other side of the world. What do I think of the deck that won the Paupergeddon? Yeah, actually tomorrow, me and Tommy will be playing the final. Mono Red Madness versus Blue Eye Familiar. Oh wow, that's perfect. But it does have the tokens. All right, let me play Bombardment first. Let's see how they react here. Oh, they F6. All right. Good night, people. Okay, that was clean. We got Wrath of the Skies. We got Wear Tear. We don't have much else. Let's side out Blood Moon. Let's side out. Hmm. Let's side out Manatite. That deck, I want to say usually Manatite is not good against it. They have a lot of free cards. Maybe Fable as well is a little bit slow. Also pretty bad again with Wrath of the Skies. What else is that? You're happy to play Turak? Nice. Yeah, Turak made the top 8 as well. 3 Turak made the top 8 of the Eternal Weekend. Game number 2. This is a 4 lands, 3 spells hand. On the draw, I'm definitely gonna mulligan this hand here. You're like Pauper? Yeah. Yeah, last weekend there was definitely a very important Pauper event in Italy, the Paupergeddon. Over 1,000 people there. All right, let's see my opponent here. See what they do. Memnite once again to stop my Ragavan. Although I wonder if I should still do that. I think I will. Because I got the Wrath of the Skies. Yeah. I can't like go Wrath for 0 next turn if I draw a land, and then the Ragavan can connect. Ooh, my opponent goes for the turn 2 Kappa Cannoneer. Very strong. I would have drawn a land here. I think I'm still not in the worst of the shapes. Let's go. Wrath of the Skies for 0 kills almost every permanent except the most important one. Kappa Cannoneer. Let's see if one single Kappa can beat me. Opponent goes for new Pinnacle Emissary and the Tormod script. Pumping the Papa Kappa to a 8. Alright. The Ragavan will connect. This drone can block. Okay, I drew my lands. It's very important that my opponent bricks one turn so I can chump this. Very important. Let me think about this. Because I can also go also Pride Flage to trigger Pride, get a token to chump with. Because they have one card in hand, you know? I think it is possible my opponent doesn't trigger the Kappa. If they do, I die. I guess I don't die because I'm gaining 3 life. Alternatively, I can go double Pride. Set up for like a very big turn next turn. But I don't want to chump it in case they don't have an artifact. So I think I'm going to go also at Flage here. Killing the drone. Get a token end of turn, which will be able to chump in case my opponent doesn't have an artifact. Goodwill, thank you for the 6th month. Let's see. Oh, Mem Knight. Okay. And Lava Spore Boots. Okay, they could have saved the boots to make sure they were lethal next turn. I think that would have been better. I think that would have been better. All right. Let's just do what I can do here, which is God Discharges Memnite. I put all and just hope my opponent doesn't draw an artifact for a couple of turns in a row. I don't have anything else I can do. All right. Well, if they drawn this explosives, they would have. All right, I'm gonna play these explosives. I guess might as well, right? End of turn. I got 6 tokens. I guess I got a treasure as well. All right. Let's see if my opponent is able to draw an artifact for the win or not. Doesn't seem like they do. It does not seem like they do. All right. We get to live. We still die next turn, though. Should I fetch down to 2? Let's think about it. Mm, the answer is yes. I still die to God Discharge anyway. Galvanic Blast anyway. Oh, they're dead on board. I didn't count. That's true. It's exactly 9. Cool. Exactly 9 damage. Yeah, although if my opponent saved the Spore Boots, they would have won this game. If they didn't play the boots. Because they would have just played the boots now. Alright. Oh, it's even one more. Oh, yeah, it's Headlock Rago and it's exactly lethal. Okay. When I play turn 2 Kappa on the play, we're able to race it. Oh, no. I had them all. GG, GG, opponent. Alright, on the draw with a 1-lander. This hand is very strong, though. I think I'm keeping it. Hour of Destiny has been revealed. Let's see what type of Devourer deck is. Tron used to be a very bad matchup for Boros. And I think still is, honestly. What do I play in Standard for the RCQ season? Good question. I have purchased... Oh, my opponent passed? Did I misclick? I'll take the gift. Let's think here. We've got Ajani, we've got Bombardment, we've got Pride plus Ragavan, lots of options. I don't want to play one drop. The reason being, if I draw a land next turn, I want to go 2+1. If I do double one drop next turn, this turn, and I draw land next turn, I'm not curving out. So I think the best option is just to go Ajani. I think I want to play blue-red in standard, but I also have the mole as well, so we'll see. But it goes Dismember, okay. Also, there's a World coming up this weekend of standard, so definitely check that out. I'll keep on doing the same play. He was good last turn, he's good now. I hope I had a great time. I did. Very great time. Alright. I think what happened is that my opponent just kept 7 with Devourer, exiled 4. I just never found a land. I think it was a good keep. It's just, I mean, one of the reasons why Eldrazi Tron is at the bottom of the modern format is that it's less consistent than other decks, so you just get game losses like this more likely. Whereas Boros is more consistent, even keeping one lander leads to pretty flawless victory. Obviously, you got lucky, blah blah blah, but. All right. We used to play cards like Molten Rain. Those aren't there anymore. How much in my sideboard? I've seen Glaring Flesh Raker exile, so I want to keep the Galvanic Discharge. I think I'm cutting 2 Throbbing Charm for Reprieve Blood Moon, and that's it. I don't want Orim's Chant. Oh, never mind. Dumping Sphere I have to bring in. I'm sorry. King of Flage. This card is usually not great in these type of matchups. Standard is diverse. Of course it is. They ban a card every 3 months. People have to restart every time. All right, keep. I've booked my trip for Lyon. There's a Spotlight series in Lyon. It's gonna be standard, and on Sunday there's the limited PTQ that qualifies to the limited Pro Tour in 2027. That's gonna be the first qualifier in the world. All right, let's begin. The multi 6. Okay, love to see no Tron lands. The decision between these two is always close. If you go Pride, you can go Ajani next turn and get a token. If you go God of Souls, you're gonna go Ajani next turn and you get 2 energy. I think 2 energy is better than a token here. So I'm gonna go with God of Souls. Those are the option my opponent goes Flesh Raker, in which case it's just fantastic for me because I go Discharge Pride. Alright, maybe also be a Thought Nuts here? No, nothing. Okay. Opponent is representing K Command. Let me just attack for now. But I can cast a 7-drop next turn. Let's play a Johnny now. That's the thing with boards. Like we always do almost the same things, whereas our opponent is more like variance based. So, if they just have a very good start, quote unquote the nuts, you don't have much to say, you just lose to that. But if they don't, if they stumble, we just punish them, applying the same kind of pressure every game. A very consistent deck that punishes the high variance deck. All right. They went bottom both. Okay. Let's see. They have access to 7 mana, but the Devourer they revealed is under here. They can have obviously another 7 drop. It's not unlikely. They play Mind Stone instead. An Expedition map. So once again, getting hit by the variance of just, not drawing a payoff. But they do have it here. The Devourer of Destiny will come down. And now I have to think, what is? Unfortunately, I fetched the planes here. I'm not able to go discharge on my cat, play Ragavan to hit with a Ajani. So I'm definitely regretting that option now, that choice now, of going for planes. I mean, it's still a strong play. I can go also Pride, get an energy, Takudol, putting the counter on God of Souls. And now let's think about this, because I can go discharge on the cat token. Wow, opponent doesn't even block. Okay. Where do I see the upcoming events? I mean, Spotlight Series. There's very few in Europe. I know them because I casted the last one and we advertised that a lot. So that's why I know it. But I mean, if you don't know it, just ask Google or ChatGPT. Probably they know it. Um, I'm gonna go, but I don't remember when's the next one in London. I think it's in March. Anyway, if I go discharge on cat, I get 2 energy. Make a cat. I get 1 energy. I don't shoot because I don't have a red permanent. End of turn, I get 1 cat. Opponent plays a 6/6. I kills my God of Souls. I have a Johnny that shoots. If they kill a Johnny, I fly again because I'm getting 3 energy. So I think that's actually the best play to discharge my own cat warrior token here. And he flips. 0. Make a cat. I go back to 3 energy. So now I'm representing 4 energy. End of turn. Now I'm representing 2 threats here. The Ajani and the God of Souls. What do they kill with the Var of Destiny? Do they kill Ajani or they kill God of Souls? Okay. All right. Let's play Ragavan and shoot 5. Lava Axe you. And pass. I prefer to draw land to go also Ajani to deal 2 more damage, but it's okay. Cracks map. What do they have? Power plant, sure. That blast zone would have been annoying because it would have killed my red permanent. But no blast zone. Raw? A land, perfect. So I'm gonna be lethal with this Flage. So what I'm doing here is lava, once again, lava axe my opponent with a Johnny. I can kill Ragavan in response, but I think if they'd done that, they would have done it in their turn. Also, Flage dies anyway. I guess I could have played Blood Moon and then Lava Axe. That would have been better. But at the same time, I don't win. Whereas now, if this resolves, I win. Okay, they had Kozilek's command. Interesting. I'm deciding whether I should go Blood Moon. Yeah, I think I will. Opponent does have a lot of lands, but now they have less. Also, they don't have double colorless. I guess they do a double colorless. I could decide attacking with these is a good choice. Opponent eats one. And if they want to chump one, maybe I should attack with Pride as well, actually. I should have not played Blood Moon pre-combat then. Oh, this was a mistake. I should have analyzed the situation better before combat. Yeah, I feel like I should attack because my opponent, they need double colorless. And maybe if I don't play Blood Moon, they block beforehand, so my Blood Moon just shut off double colorless. So, did not play this turn well, unfortunately for me. I think actually I should not attack with Pride. No, I will. Because my opponent blocks Pride, takes 5 down to 3, then dies to my Flage. They chump here, they take 5. They're in a bad spot. Jenny's dying, but I think it's okay. Macaroni, thank you for the second month. Opponent is on 3 life. They need a double colorless. I guess they triple colorless. They're dead to Flage currently. They played Torpor Orb. Creature enter battlefield not cause ability to trigger. But they seem dead on board to me. To my Lava Axe. Sighted in Torpor Orb is... I don't know. Not ideal. What can I say? Commander on Mengu channel, the world is truly ending. It is Pauper, though. It is Pauper Commander, though, you know. So a little bit of a 50-50. Okay. We're in the 2 bracket, so we have to get paired into the mirror match. We have a fantastic hand for the mirror match. We truly do. I think I'm just Galvanic discharging the Guide of Souls here. $17. Kill the guide. Next turn, what do we do? I don't like to go double one drop for the same reasons of just drawing a land on turn 3 and then you can't go 2 for 1. 2+1. Probably just a Johnny's the best option. Is there something for the 6th month? Gonna go second Guide of Souls and also Bride. A very strong start by my opponent. Usually in the mirror match, whoever draws more 1-drop wins. I'm gonna stick to the plan. Of course, double also probably would have been good. But then again, if I draw a 3rd land next turn, I'm not curving out if I play double 1-drop this turn. Okay. Flage boost them up to 3 energy. They'll be able to fly to Oslo Pride. Or whatever, the Guide of Souls, actually, that's better. Because also it can attack through the cat. Anyway. And now if we break on land, the game is over. If we play land, game is close. You definitely can't go behind. I'm already on the draw, which means I'm behind by nature in the game of Magic the Gathering. See? I'm not conceding here. The only way I can get back into this game is by drawing a bombardment. So I definitely need to deploy the Ajani to do the combo. Right? Escape Flage, and the game is over. Let's go sideboarding. Let's see what to do in the mirror match. How does Flesh and Blood deal with on the play on the draw? I think it's slightly better Flesh and Blood in play draw. To the point where very often you win the die roll and you don't know if you choose play draw. But honestly speaking, Modern is the best format in Magic for play draw. Maybe limited, I guess, but I mean constructed. The format, the constructed format where play draw is the more equal. I've played Vintage Eternal Weekend, and honestly, the difference between play draw and Vintage, it's like 20 point, I think, 20 percentage point. Truly gambling over there in the Vintage tables. In Legacy is maybe 15% points with Wasteland and Days decks. Okay. I had a tournament, the regional championship in Prague, where in day one I was playing Boros Energy. I went 7-1 in dice, and I did very well. And then in day two I went 0-5 in dice, and I did very poorly. And yeah, similar happened to the Eternal Weekend Legacy, where day one in dice I did positive, and in day two I did very negative, and day one I did fine, and day two I did not. Very much. You gotta, even if you want to do well in a tournament of 2 days, you gotta keep on winning those dice day after day. Thinking about Wrath of the Skies, maybe on the play, I don't want it. Maybe on the play, I don't want it. Bringing in a couple of purges, definitely bringing in a showdown. Vagabond on the play, I think it's good. I'm not gonna cut it. Maybe I can trim one. If I want to cut Voice of Victor or Throbbing Charm. I'm gonna keep Mana Tights. I think Throbbing Charm can leave. Not sure though. Eh, not a great hand, but and this is the difference between boomer and zoomer in Magic. A boomer like me looks at this hand and I'm thinking, have a decent start, so I'm gonna keep. A zoomer instead looks at this hand and thinks, I have 5 lands, so I'm gonna mulligan. You know? It's really true, the mindset difference. I'll stick to my magic teachings of lands and spells I keep. But by any means, this is a good choice. By any means, this is a good choice. I will never. I very much recognize that my magic skills, have a limit when it comes to mulliganing. All right, that's a spell. Leave it on top. Not the best spell or anything, but I still leave it on top. Better than a land. Go Johnny. Would I keep without surveillance? I guess. What in Captain Throbbing Charm? I wonder if Throbbing Charm needs to be removed. It may just be that Throbbing Charm exists only to kill Urza Saga and very few other reasons. Even against Gore is so clunky. But also on a pretty bad end. Nothing near what they did in game one. Ooh, very good draws. Very good draws on my side. Drawing the combo back to back. Back to back draw steps. Yeah, turn weekend went very well. It was a blast. So many people. Yeah, I don't want to deploy more because obviously I can have Wrath of Disguise. I guess if they have Wrath, they play it now. If they have Wrath, it's fine. It's a 2-for-1. That gave me some energy and some damage. I think it's reasonable to have Wrath of Disguise on the draw. Wish I had Mana Tithe. Uh, I'm gonna do top. Then I'm gonna go Shockland Untapped, Sacred Foundry. I don't want to, and then Flage You. I don't want to show you that I have Arena of Glory. So I'm gonna take 2 damage to not show you anything. Yeah, I need to have the Vanik Discharge up, because this way I play around a Johnny Bombardment. Obviously, I have like Flage Hasty next turn if I go Johnny Bombardment, but still. There's obviously ways to deal with a Flage. Ghost Vacuum used to be in the past. You can also go Throbbing Charm to exile it. It just goes also the Pride go. They can have. Okay. They have Lesser Purge. So I'm not gonna Hasty Flage. It's not pass. Oh. Throbbing Charm number 2. Brutal. Brutal. Showdown. Not Showdown. I got very lucky though in this hand. I kept a 5 lander, I didn't draw another land. And I'm still losing very much. And this card's Bombardment Flage. They have Flage plus Arena of Glory. And I concede the game. I definitely got skill diff in this mirror match. None of the 2 games were close. Round number 4. Very quickly. Where's the promo Tendrils of Agony? It's in somewhere's home right now. Probably they sold it to the vendors. The vendors were buying the training sphere for 800 euros. The Chandrils, actually don't know how much they were buying it for, but definitely a lot of money. I was saying how crazy it is that WotC just, with the Eternal Weekend, just adds $150,000, 150,000 euros to the prize pool just by printing 120 cards. Pretty insane if you think about that. Because they printed 128 cards. No, sorry, not. That's not true. Quanto cazzo fa? 64 più 16. How much is that? 90. Boh, I can't count. 64 più 16 quanto fa? 80. 80 cards. They printed 80 cards and they added 150,000 euros to the prize pool. Basically. That's the Eternal Weekend. That's why the Eternal Weekend is, the most appealing tournament with those promos. But I mean, 800 was how much the vendors were paying, so obviously it was worth more. Put them all to 4 and he's playing Eldrazi. Man, these Eldrazi deck are definitely not getting the good hands today. I mean, it's still time to get into N3, but that's actually really cool. It is. It is. Also, WotC showing support to a format that basically just doesn't make them money, like Legacy and Vintage, is also cool. Like, they don't have to do that. Like, Legacy and Vintage players would play even if WotC, doesn't do anything. You sell it for 800? Yeah. I have it in my deck, though. In Japan, where I'm gonna be playing Trainosphere, I'll play the Trainosphere that I won on Friday. This turn deals so much damage, I can't even count it. We'll see. I mean, it's like I have the nuts here. Not much to do. Put them all to 4 and I have the nuts. Truly unfortunate. I guess it's not that much damage. Just a little bit. Just a little bit of damage. Could have been more. Uh, Boss. Zazazazang. But also the other events were very good. There was a destination qualifier on Sunday where the top 8 was 1,500 each. A friend of mine, unfortunately, I did into ninth. Brutal change of tiebreakers in the very last round. Also, there was the big popper event with over 1,000 people. There was also another popper side event. A friend of mine split the top 8 and won 5 duels playing popper. That was like a side event of Saturday. So definitely so many like huge events going on. There was also the biggest pre-modern event in Europe, 270 people. On that happened on Sunday, yeah. Because if I did on day 2 Legacy, I would have played pre-modern. So just, just so many numbers. Just like so many people overall. I'm sure they'll release the deck list of every event eventually. They already posted the legacy deck lists. So, K command, killing my guy with souls, rip. I'd love to draw a Arena Glory. That may be lethal. You play Modern? Nice, yeah. I mean, Modern had also like very, very big events. Also a Pride. Okay. How much damage do I have here? 3, 4. I'm not lethal. Can you go all his dust? 2, 3, 4, 5. That you actually can go all his dust. Did I think about all this dust or should I just play with my cards? I think I just play with my cards. Pass. Hopefully you don't go all this dust. Okay. Thought not seer. Hmm. I faced 3 Eldrazi decks in the vintage not in the vintage, sorry, in the legacy event. Okay. One has not given up yet. Why, opponent, are you not giving up yet? Alright, you're giving up. Let's go. Sideboarding. We've already played this matchup before, so let's just do the same things. I believe it was these 3 cards for what was it? Throbbing Charms, Lage. Yeah. Okay, round 2 against Eldrazi Tron. Keep but so-so. Keep but so-so. Okay. Opponent starts. Keep 7. Devour of Destiny puts. Oh wow, 2 Tower Exile. That means they have Tron for sure in turn 3. That's gonna be strong. It's gonna be very strong. Got 2 Parlor over here. Hmm. That's actually a pretty clunky mana base. What should I do? Because if I go like 1-2, I can't go Blood Moon on turn 3, so that's actually irrelevant. So I think I'm gonna go Parlor Go. How was the tournament weekend? It was nice. Look forward to the next year as well. I'm sure things will be even better. How was the coverage? Did you have lots of people? Even the team event? No spoilers, no spoilers. Car Market will definitely post their video. Highly edited, a lot better than I don't know actually how it's gonna come out. I'm excited for that. Yeah, yeah, we were recording all our matches and everything. More lands. More lands. I was supposed to not do anything there. Just pass to not give you the option of going Devourer of Destiny. Do I not play Arena anymore? Well, I did some cube on Arena. My videos usually do better if I do Magic online content though. Did I do anything else in Antwerp? No. And that's not true. We took a bus to go to the center. It was the coldest I've experienced this year. We ate in a place that we thought was a restaurant, but turns out it was basically a kebab place. And then we returned back, waiting first 10 minutes for an Uber, and then we took a bus instead, which arrived earlier than the Uber, which never really arrived. So yeah, that was the Antwerp experience outside of the tournament. Let me discharge the Karn. What you got with Karn? Man, I don't know why people just always get this freaking liquid meta coding, which sucks, but whatever. Your choice. Let's go discharge, and then let's go pride. 1, 2, 3. Pass. I'm just hoping my opponent can't cast any spell for the rest of the game. Mindstone gets them closer to cast double colorless. That's a funny story, shit. Alright, they got map, so they'll be able to get double colorless here with that Mindstone and the basic waste. I've had this experience this summer in Croatia with Uber. They were canceling the rides and then they were showing up asking you. No, sorry, no. They showed up and they asked you to cancel the ride and give them cash instead. It happened twice. Where were we? What city was it? Novalia. Novalia was the city. I've never seen that before. They were like very aggressive about it too. And like we stayed there for 10 minutes trying to look for Ubers, but they just all were doing that. So eventually we just gave up and said, okay, I guess. So Uber doesn't take the cut. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, they had like a message on their phone showing that in English. Two top, three bottom. Two top, three bottom probably means the game is over. Mana Tithe. Man, imagine if I had Mana Tithe there. That'd been fun. Alright, let's go to another game. Game three, I'll be on the play. Uh, alright, submit. The winner, Mono Artifacts, actually plays none. It's very cool. Blue Red Quarry was the most popular deck and didn't put anyone in the top 8. Blue Black was the second most popular deck. There were two in the top 8s. That was the deck I also played. Very fun. There's only one combo deck in the top 8 as well, which I think it kind of fit what my patches were. I played against zero combo decks in 14 rounds. It's definitely not popular. Okay, they go Devourer. Exiling. Once again, map turn 2. Okay. Alright. Well, I was going to maybe hold up mana for these, but nope. Let's just jam. I got the Bombardment to Johnny combo. So let's just do the perfect curve here. Ideally, I draw land, so I have Mana Tithe up on turn 3 for a 7-drop. Okay. My opponent will be able to go Devourer of Destiny. Yeah, what should I do here? And the Mana Tithe definitely clunky in this hand. Because I could go Bombardments now, but I'm giving up 3 damage to deal 2, so might as well just attack first. And then do Bombardment post-combat. Should I shoot with Bombardment, or should I hold it? Is the question. I think I shoot it. I'm dealing 3 damage. I mean, let's play this. Alright, now the question is, should I crack it now? Should I crack the bomb now? I'm dealing you 1, 2, 3. I have 3 targets. You devour what? You devour the God of Souls and don't fly, but I shoot you with a Johnny. I think I will shoot you with Bombardment, yeah. Yeah, I got a little bit clunky here, these Mana Tides. Okay. What do you devour? Johnny. Okay, so we can fly with God of Souls. Another Arena of Glory. Hmm. Buongiorno, Sebastian. Yeah, I think once again, I don't care that maybe I should care a little bit. Because I can always flage whenever I want. So might as well just fly the cat now. Thank you for 4. Yeah, I can just Johnny whenever I want, right? The flage is, sorry, flage whenever I want. Flage is 4 damage. Yes, I think I have you on 1 right now. The opponent is at 1 life right now. If these cards were, I don't know, anything else, would have probably won. But also, if I draw land, I would have killed that and had lethal this turn. It's not 1, it's at 2 right now, my opponent. Okay, they got 9 mana. They play Thought Nuts here. Huh. That's awkward, because now would have, I mean, now they take my flage. I think I'll reprieve this. Again. Only 3 mountains in my deck. Very awkward that I can't monetize this K command. Although my opponent, if they play K command now, they can't replay the Thought Nuts here. Yeah. I'll shoot you. Okay. They said to scry rather than. So my opponent has a lot of cards in hand. Buongiorno to the head judge of Eternal Weekend Legacy. Alright, do we have lethal? 4, 5, 6. Not quite. Oh, no, I do have lethal. I do have lethal, right? I think that's lethal. I think it's exactly lethal. Let's go. Cast. Think that's exactly lethal. Bombardment shoots the last damage of Flage. Then I go to combat. Attack with both. The Ragavan hasty thanks to Arena of Glory. Opponent blocks Ragavan. I shoot at your 2. Then Gyrosos puts you at 1. Then Gyrosos puts you at 0. When I was at 21 this game, I would have not won this game. I could only deal exactly 20. Alright. Okay. Take a bathroom break and I'll come back for the final match. Round number 5 on the draw. I only have 1 lander, but I have 4 1-drops. This hand is extremely strong with the second hand. The Ragavan can develop me the second land. Even if I break, I think the power level of Gyrosos Ocelot can carry. Very good. Immediately drew Arid Mesa to go get Plains and then Guide of Souls. My opponent plays Lava Dart main deck, 4 copies. So if I can slow roll these 1 toughness creature, I'll do that. Any plans to play more Yogmol? Yeah, for sure. Okay, wow, keep on drawing planes. Very lucky. Um, hmm. Let me go Secret Foundry untapped this time. And go Guide of Souls, also Pride. One has 1 removal spell, they have to play it. They have to play. I don't think they have it though. They can have so if they had a bolt, they would have played it on the God of Souls, 100%. So what do they have? They have Lava Dart. I think they have Lava Dart. What do you guys think? I guess they cannot. They can have nothing. They can have nothing. If I go also Pride, they have Lava Dart. It's annoying. If they don't do, I'm going off. I think they have Lava Dart, so I'm gonna go Ragavan. I have this read. If I played at Bolt, I would have played in response to the first God of Souls. So I think they don't have Bolt. I mean, yeah, I think that's my read. My opponent can also have made a mistake. And I got because I overthought. But I think they have Lava Dart. Got 3 energy, so I'm gonna fly the guide. And like again, playing Bolt now also I don't think makes sense. Because yes, I lost 2 energy, but I gained 2 life. Nice, dead Lava Dart. This way I get to keep Ocelot Pride for the next turn. Ori. Have I played Vintage? Yes, yes, on Friday. I played the Vintage main event. Posted about it on my social media, Instagram, and Twitter. Posted a deck picture of the Raker Shop deck. Also made a video with that deck. So if you go to my YouTube channel, you can see a video with the Raker Shops. Attacks me, no chance I block. This thing developed way more life total than they're chumping for. Ooh, Arena of Glory as well. Strong. Hmm. Hmm. Once again, Season Pyro, amazing with Guide of Souls. A lot better than Fable of the Mirror Breaker. What are we doing now? My opponent has Lava Dart in the bin, so I want to get rid of this also of Pride. If I discard Pride plus land, I'm getting 4 energy. And then I have the Bombardment for the next turn. Although, I think I'm going to discard both spells that I have, Bombardment and Pride. As a result, I'm going to get 6 energy, flying both of the God of Souls. The next question is, do I want to haste the Spyro? I have 4, 8, 10 damage, putting my opponent to 2. I don't think I want to haste the Pyro. Buongiorno, Ferrucci. I don't think 2 damage matters in this game. But I do want to discard 2 spells, getting 4 life and 4 energy. Amazing Season Pyro here again. Once again, the reason to play this over Fable with the Mirror Breaker. At 17 life, these God of Souls have developed a lot of life. Matchup, I believe, is very favorable for Boros. Let me see. But I think it should be very favorable. Actually, not that favorable. I thought it was a lot better. Only 53%. Hmm. On a pretty large sample size, 150, 135. I thought it would be a lot more favorable. What is it? 2 life? If I hasted the Season Pyro, I couldn't have gone double fetch land. You don't know if you should play Gory or Esper Blink. Play the deck that you spend the most money on recently. That's always the rule when you're in doubt. And yeah, I probably should have dashed that Season Pyro. The only way I can lose is the what's it called? The 1/2 with like mutagenic growth and etc. So like every damage mattered. I was Eternal Weekend, very good, very good. Lava Dart and a token. Well, I guess maybe that's wrong. If I didn't have a blocker here, my opponent would have just killed my both of my tokens and dealt a lot of damage. So let's see. I mean, they can go, I don't know, 2 cards in hand. Violent Outburst kills me here. Mutagenic Growth kills them. Okay. All right, 1 game 1, and now sideboard. We got Celestial Purge. We got High Noon. What else do we have? We definitely set out the Blood Moon. We definitely set out the Throbbing Charms. Be it. I believe Monothite is strong in this matchup. Wrath of the Skies, maybe. What did I play? I posted the deck pictures on my socials, but overall I played Fleischer Raker in Vintage and Blue Black in Legacy. There's also YouTube videos on my channel with these decks. Maybe Fable can't leave for a Wrath of the Skies. You think Ragavan is mid? Yeah, Ragavan's not great. Very lucky hand once again. Just mono 1 drop. It's how you want to. Yeah, one of the two blue black was playing Hunt to Chirac in the top 8. Yeah, beautiful gameplay. Yeah, blue black is very, very fun. Okay, Arena Glory a little bit clunky here. I think I want to go Galvanic Discharge now, taking 3 damage, hoping my opponent doesn't have mutagenic growth. But this Monastery Swift Spear can deal a lot of damage. Alright, doesn't seem so. Let's see, they mull to very little, actually. Did they mull to 5? I think so. No, mull to 6. Channeler, Preordain. Alright, I'm gonna go Gyrosoul's Ocelot, make a token end of turn. Unless there's a gut shot, which I guess was a thing at some point. Celestial Purge is a good draw, but let me just do the combo first. By the way, Gyrosoul's and Ocelot made the top 8 of the Vintage Eternal, sorry, not Vintage, of the Legacy Eternal Weekend. With black white. Very interesting. That actually I didn't get a look at it properly. Let me open it now for you. It's playing Ocelot Guide. It's playing Orca Johnny, Thalia, Thoughts Cabal Therapy, Overlord, Acidic Prison in the side. Four Scrubland, of course. A couple of Caracas, which is good with Thalia and the Johnny. 4 flutes. Yeah, Niccolò Fioletti. Congrats. Impressive win. Impressive to top 8 without blue. What did I do? They also only hit my 2 things. Wow. Okay. Sure, I guess. Ooh, Season Pyro. Great draw. Let's go Oslo Pride. And do I want to purge this now? I think so. As a result, my opponent's not going to be able to go like, I don't know, Spell Surveil. Sure, they can go Quarry now. Maybe I should have waited, but then it would have like surveilled if they played like Iteration. So I think I'm happy this way. You play Paradoxical and Vintage in 2 weeks? Nice. Yeah. Unfortunately, the event clash. Yeah, that sucks. Day one, like day two, Legacy and Vintage. Tron we can clash in Japan. Definitely poor organizing for them. Hmm. Okay, let's go Arena Glory. Let's clash. Let's exert it this time. Discard discharge. I think 1 damage matters here. Draw 2. Bombardment, very good. They play Slick Shot Show Off. They play Preordain. They're at 11. They're not dead on board. They play Bubble. They draw a card. Ocelot. Okay. Unfortunately, you can't haste Ocelot. That's not how Arena Glory works. Va bene. I don't think there's reason to shoot now this Leak Shot. I can do next turn. If they have Mutagenic Growth, I have so many creatures that I can always shoot whenever I want. Ori Steel Cutter. Lightning Bolt, where? On me? Okay. There's no window for me to ping this monk with the core ability on the stack. That's not how the card works. This monk just is born 2/2, basically. You don't have a window to do anything. Huh. Interesting. Alright. I think I'm lethal here. I've got lethal here. So let me just go bombardment this. Bombardment this. Take 2, untap, attack for 3, flashback. Flashback the Spyro, and then I've got lethal. I mean, I've got very lethal, like in very many ways, but this is like the cleanest. You just sack the Spyro, bring it back. GG. Very clean for 1, only losing to the mirror match. Only losing to the mirror match. 2-0 though. But definitely, after this league, you can see why Boros Energy is the most winning deck at the moment. Just play against decks that yeah, try to do the same thing you do, but this is just does it better. You have the combo Guide Pride, Bombajani, very, very strong. I mean, I don't need to say very much. And Mana Tithe won me game 1 against Affinity, so that was definitely a strong performance by this card. That's gonna be it for this video. I hope you enjoyed watching some Boros Energy in Modern. Yeah, stay tuned for the next best decks in the format video.